If you touch it Rishus Harabim, you're Tohor. You're Tomei. Why are you Tomei? You should be Tohor. You should be Tohor. It's a suffix. The Tosa Rosh says that when you go Basar Rov, it's Tohor, it's suffix, so it should have the din of suffix too, Rishus Harabim. That's one kasha Kiveger.
The Rosh is learning, the Tosa Rosh is learning that the Rov works the same way in all cases, just it works many times suffix.
That's what it said. That's what it said. That's what it sounds like. No, or it's not a vada. And here, since the Torah says suffix tumah is tor, Rabbi Kiveger's first answer to this kasha is a very interesting answer. He answers like this: that the din of a huge chiddush, the din of suffix tumah b'rshus harabim tor, it has to be machzah machzah, because you learn out from Saita. That's what he tries to prove. Suffix tumah b'rshus harabim doesn't mean suffix is tor. It means 50-50 is tor. 50-50. Interesting. Okay, that's one of his terutzim. Another teretz he says like this.
That doesn't really does it have nafkamina? Doesn't really. Like, either it's going to be called a parsh or a parsh, or called a So
no, he said even if it's called the parsh meruba parsh, and tak is only a suffix. When got to be suffix to Rishus Harabim, it won't help you.
If anything else, it's going to have a nafkamina.
Well, in our sugi.
Right. That's it. We got any other case for it.
Then he says another teretz like this. Very interesting teretz. He says, when it was Poirish, let's say before it got to the Rishus Harabim, what happens if you ate it? What happened?
The miser?
Yeah, somebody would eat it. Before somebody touches it. You have Tes Shrotzim, and it's Fardei Echad, and one of them is Poirish. Let's say it's still in Rishus HaYochid, somebody would eat it. They would get Malchus for called the Parish from a Parish, they get Malchus for sheretz. So therefore he says that since the Gabi, the robe is Paskin, what's Nogei, the din of Achila, that's a psak, what's Nogei, the din of, even though it's a suffix Tumah, in Rishus Harabim Torah, but since it's a din vadai, the robe made of vadai, what's Nogei, the Isser sheretz, therefore, what's Nogei Tumah, it's a vadai also. The psak on Tumah is nigra basa the psak on achila, and since legabi achila there's a psak that it's a sheretz, legabi tumah it's also considered a sheretz. It doesn't have a din of suffix tumah b'rishus harabim. In our sugi, he says there's no psak. It's only what's it in our sugi? What's it nogay in our sugi? It's nogay one thing. Is it you mix them all up? It's only nogay one child. Is it a mu'usr or not? Is it a money or not money? So that robe can't be mavar. But if you have a robe that you already use for something else, then that robe helps for this also. And he brings a ride to this Reb Kiveger. Huh? Biglau שהרוב כבר פסק לגבי האיסר אכילה שזה נחשב שרץ ולגבי תומה זה גם כן נפסק שזה נחשב ודאי שרץ אפילו ברשוס הרב. פה הדין רוב אמנם שזה שמה הוא יקבל מלכוס מה שגאה אכילה הולכים אחר רוב זה שרץ בגלל שיש פסק לגבי אכילה זה נחשב פסק לגבי תומה מה שאין בציור שלנו זה רק סופק אחד זה מוני או לא מוני אז הרוב זה רק נוגע לזה. That's a yesod that they use b'chlal in the sugya. נכון, זה מה שאומר. אם הוא... טוב, לא איפה זה יהיה סופק. כלומר, זה סופק על דבר, האכילה זה היה מחמיר מסופק. אבל בתומה לא היה מחמיר. אבל איפה שיש פסק הלוכה שזה נחשב שרץ, זה יהיה מלכוס על זה. And he brings a raya. There's a lot to talk about. He brings a raya. Like this, he says the din is a treifa is not over tachas hashevet. Kol asher yaver tachas hashevet lahotzias hatreifa. Frederick Kiveger, every meiser behema should be put there on meiser behema because maybe one of the animals is a treifa. How do you know the animal's not a treifa? How do you know the animal's not a treifa? You go bust a rove. You go bust a rove. I rove the suffix, so you should always be put out to a serious suffix. I thought everybody would get into this. It's a pellet. I think it's a Shiur kasha. Here's this kasha. This kasha is that you should never be mechuyev in ma'aser behemah. Why not? Because no kafatzechem in the menuyim. You start counting 10. Is it possible one of them is a treifa? The only reason you know it's not a treifa because you go bust a rove. So therefore, you see that rove has a din of vadai. Because if rove would be a suffix, you should be potter from.
Well, it's really a chazaka.
That's really what he's saying. I mean, in a way, that's what he's saying. He's not quite that exactly that way, but that's in a way he's bringing this to right because it's paskin before. Since Lagabi Achili already said you're allowed to eat it, so therefore, since you're paskin Lagabi Achili, you're allowed to eat the animal. So since what's nogay the din treifa, there's a psak Lagabi Achili, you're allowed to eat the animal. You don't have to be worried about being a treifa. That's what you're saying a little different. That maybe you're saying actually something I was thinking a little different also than what you're saying. I mean, that's from Kiveger's riot. His riot, his teretz of shrotzim is anything that was paskin legabi something else. Then you don't say a serious suffix. Then you don't say rove is a suffix. Even though rove's a suffix, but if for other things the rove was created din vadai, then even what's nogeria meiser don't have a din of vadai too. Let me hear what you're saying again. Let me hear you saying chazaka again. Why is it chazaka? Because it's already been established. Yeah, that's he brings other cases like this also. He doesn't use the word chazaka, but he uses the same. It was already paskin. What do you think? This is a kasha, Kiveger's kasha? Haftalah? This is a kasha? From Treifa? Yes, you want the mushroom Kiveger Mitaretz? Who Mitaretz? Shadin shall suffik roves and nechshav suffik. He was alone nisak legabi mushroom mikodma. He was a nisak legabi mushroom. Oz afil shani mishtamish berova. Legabi zeh hoyavada is legabi zeh nishar vada gam. Who may be raya? Him came and he tried to potur b'chol ma'aser behemek. He was a treifa.
The rove is.
And it was like var nifsak. Was a nifsak. Zavades. Mashenkin po kol hashela zarak al hadin. He was a monui alon money. So lo yonisuk l'mashu acher. Because lo yonisuk l'mashu acher. Al zeh tosa rosh hamish is a suffix.
Is an animal considered a suffix? I mean, a suffix being a treifa.
Every animal is. Yeah, it's a
suffix
rove.
treifa. It has a demon suffix treifa.
Yeah, well, it's a rove. You go bust a rove.
And buster rove is treifa.
And there, it's not a treifa.
Right. So
Think about it. Is this a kasha?
The rove, he's starting to from Tosis is a din in the meiser and the rove, and then you can say Taka that the rove has a din of suffix, and so the male is a master suffix, but the rove over there is no shaylas to the meiser. The rove is
also.
Indirectly it affects the meiser because it makes it that if it would be a treifa, then the male would be a din, and it would be Taka's a shavik.
Yeah.
But over here it's not a din in with this. It's whether or not this behema is. It's more indirect than the case of the treifa, no? With the rove, we're passing out. The rove is not on the cheft of the animal. The rove is on the whole entire thing. Meaning the whole entire thing is not chayv and meiser, and then the meat is not chayv and meiser. When we vat the meat, so that would mess up the whole entire rove. There, it's not.
No. That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. Here, it's not passing out for you. Oh, he's bringing a right to his teretz from Teshrotzim. By Teshrotzim, since it's passing up, there got to be other things. Therefore, that's a din vaday. What's going to get a suffix to b'shul sarab. So it's saying by meiser behema, also you can any rove. What's no gay afterward? Forget not my kofetz.
It'll be bittul b'rov. It'll be regular kind of case of bittul b'rov.
Not bittul, bro.
Yeah, the treifa is bittul b'rov. It's not. You have to be chayshur treifa.
Well, it's
b'rov is not treifa.
Yeah, but not bittul, bro. It's